Hi friends, it is Courtney. Welcome back to my channel. Welcome if you are new here. And I seem to have a lot of new subscribers. I just want to say thank you for subscribing and wanting to spend some time with me. So I thought that I would go through how I plan my entire or set up my entire week with you. This may be a long one, so if you want to grab a coffee, a tea, a cold beverage of your choice, let's dive in to our planners. So the first thing that I generally do is come here at the end of the week and start my weekly review with these two planners. So this is my standard that I usually take with me in my bag, although I have been reconsidering that. And then this is my personal rings. This is a Vanderspec cover in standard. The leather is Touch Me and the color is Tobacco. So yeah, I do that, and I just wanted to, I actually made some notes for this video. Look at me, like, trying to be prepared in 2024. Who is she? Okay, so the first thing I do is kind of go through here and see if there are any notes or anything that I didn't complete. And I am still working on this, so I haven't really done any planning for March, and I kind of need to do that. And then so I did that. Rowan still needs to do that. I kind of forgot about it, so it's good that I checked. And then I will write anything down on a sticky note. I may fast forward through parts of this so it's not long, and it doesn't really take me that long to set them all up. So row, thank yous. I also know that I need to reschedule his haircut. And then I think I have that in another planner. Okay, and then I will kind of go through my dailies and make sure that like everything that I needed to do is done. I'm pretty sure I did laundry on that day. I did not do my allergy shots though, because we had a snow day. We did pick up his medication. I did some laundry. I cleaned the kitchen. We did that. Okay, so that is where we are now, and I'm just gonna pop this back in here so I know where I am, and then kind of go back to my week. And then this is where I I'll talk about that in a second. This is kind of where I haven't even made sure that you're like in frame. And so I've already kind of gone through this weekly to see if there's anything that I need to, that didn't get done this week that needs to be moved into this next week. I have also gone ahead and looked at my menu, which I keep, or my meal plan, which I keep in my rings, and made some adjustments and kind of pulled out things I needed to make sure, like do a double check with the in our pantry to see what we already had for these things before I made the grocery list for my husband to order groceries. So I did that this morning. And I don't usually schedule the days that we're going to have specific things, but we have kind of a hectic week this week. So we have Cub Scouts on Tuesdays. Usually we get takeout, but if there are any leftovers from Monday night, then we can have them on Tuesday night. If not, then we'll go ahead and get takeout. Wednesday, I kind of have a full day of appointments myself, so I wanted to just be able to put something in the slow cooker so that I really wouldn't have to worry about kind of popping home in and out or in between these things to make sure that I had time to prep for dinner. So I have a slow cooker recipe for Wednesday. And then Thursday, I have book club. So I'm just going to do like a one pot meal for my sons and my husband. And then Friday, we usually have pizza on Friday, but instead of ordering pizza, we're going to do homemade pizzas. Saturday, I'm going out to celebrate a friend's birthday. I didn't plan anything for Saturday. I'm just going to leave that up to my husband. He's an adult. He can figure out dinner for himself and our son. And then Sunday, I'm just going to make a pot of chili. So I ended up putting, it's not what I'm looking for, my meals here, which is where I usually put my workouts, but because I wanted to make sure that I was scheduling them on like specific days, I just put them over here. And then I also, which, I mean, people who have Pelotons may know this, but I'm fairly new to mine. I discovered last week that I could schedule my workouts, which makes it so much easier for me. Anytime I can take like more of, I guess, trying to figure things out in the moment, the better off I am and the more likely I am to actually do things. So I did go ahead and schedule all of the workouts that I wanted to do this week in my Peloton app so that when I get on my bike on Monday morning, I can look at my schedule and it will take me exactly to the rides that I want to do and the extra like workouts that I want to do. I also, so I really have been focusing on getting in the habit of like working out more days than not since the beginning of December, and I think that I have really gotten into the habit of that. I prefer to work out frequently now, which is a change for me. And so this week I really want to start tracking my meals more closely so I can see exactly what I'm eating and kind of go from there and decide like what I can do to clean up my diet a little bit more. So yeah, all of these things are scheduled in here. These are other things that I kind of thought about as I was looking back at the last week that I needed to do. I did schedule we've had like stuff that we wanted to give away kind of packed up since probably mid-December, and it hasn't gone anywhere, and I finally just went ahead and scheduled a pickup for those things, but I can't remember the day that I scheduled it on, so I need to go back and track down that email to see what day they are coming. I need to do some stuff for this birthday dinner that I'm going to, or we're having for my friend on Saturday. I have book club this week and I have not finished the book, so I need to do that. I need to text some information like to our family. I kind of want to figure out Valentine's before we get into February so I can just buy them and don't have to worry about doing it last minute. So those are the extra things that I have added to the week. And then the next thing that I do is look at my monthly to make sure that I have all of the things scheduled that need to be scheduled and that no changes have been made to anything. And I don't, like, my PT times are the same. I have everything else on there, so that is fine. I am going to pop this out of my planner and then we will go ahead and start getting our plans down. Because I went ahead and scheduled my workouts in my app, I'm not going to write them on my calendar. I am going to use these sections for like my appointments this week because I kind of have a lot, and then like other stuff going on. So Monday. Okay, then the next thing that I do is go in and set up my days, which I am going to do right now. So I usually only set up Monday through Friday. Monday is what? The 22nd. Just because I don't often need a daily on the weekends, I will usually just jot down like what I need to do on a sticky note, and then if I need to obviously use one, it's there. And I say that because I'm thinking that because I am doing something on Saturday, there's like a bunch of stuff related to that that I need to probably get done. So once I have that set up, I will go ahead and put my appointments in, and I'll probably speed through this. Okay, so I'm not sure where my camera cut off, but I have my daily pages set up with most of my appointments and things that I need to know for that day. Like Monday, I know that I need to go to the post office, so I just went ahead and put it on my daily page. I put in my videos for the week, things like making a note that I need to put dinner in the slow cooker so that I don't forget what I'm making that day and that it needs to be cooking while the rest of my life is going on, and other things. I also went ahead and kind of filled in my cleaning tracker, and I just will pop this at the start of the week. So this was last week. This will be the current week. So once I do that, I will go ahead and go into my A5 rings. This is what I am using for like all of my content and like writing, planning, deadlines, all of that stuff. I have not done a full like flip through of this. If you're interested in seeing it, I can go ahead and do one. And then this section is my goals section, and I'm kind of using a little bit of the Moxie Life system, and then I also bought like the Paper Test Designs goal planner. But what has really been helping me is this. I don't even know, I think I bought it last year and I never used it, but it is a goal planner from Etsy. I will link it down below. But the reason that I like it is because you go through and you kind of do all of your work for the year, then you do all of your work for the quarters, and then it breaks everything down into monthlies. So this is where I pulled from this list to put things on my Kanban board. So I go check my Kanban board to see what I need to do in terms of just like one-off tasks for the week, which I have here. And then I'm using these as like my goals section, and you can kind of see I went through and crossed off the things that I had on my list for last week. Some of them I haven't done, some of them I've started but haven't finished. I did start working on branding. Yeah, these are just like my overall, so my big goals for the month are obviously to finish writing my book and to do some specific things towards my health and fitness, and those things will go in these boxes. I think I'm just going to set them up off camera, and I'll come back when everything's like filled out, so that this video is not 500 hours long. Okay, so we're back. I filled out kind of my weekly actions. These are, most of these are either like reoccurring things that fall more in the category of habits. Some of them are things that they're just kind of like one-off things that will support some of the goals that I have. And then this is just like my running list of to-dos. Most of these things are part of bigger projects, so they're just kind of individual tasks from projects broken down. These are kind of the 3 things that I really want to focus on for the week. This is my progress bar. You can look back and see I had an okay week. I haven't done reflections for the week yet, but I just haven't given myself the time to kind of sit down and think about it. But I do at least want to have a space next week for just like an overall like general reflection about how I was feeling about the week. So I think I'm going to do a separate video on this like goal thing that I'm doing, because I'm doing, like I said, kind of Moxie Life, kind of the 12-week year. This is week 4 of my 12-week year. So I think that now is kind of a good time to kind of talk about it and updates and all of that, but that's going to be like in a separate thing. And what I will do is this just kind of stays open on my desk throughout the week so that I can check in on these things. And then like at the beginning of the day, when I know that I have time, I will look at this list and see if there's anything on this list that I can work in to my day. For example, one of the things that I want to work on this week is doing some more research about website hosting. I had my blog hosted by Squarespace. And it's just gotten to be really expensive. I was paying for it monthly, and so I'm just trying to compare costs, like if it would be cheaper for me to just go ahead and pay. I mean, it's always going to be cheaper if you pay for like the year up front, but what that cost would be versus some of like the other hosting platforms. I mainly use Squarespace because it was really simple for me to use. I'm not like super proficient like with coding and like all of that other stuff, and it just seemed like at the time, I think like WordPress was really complicated. I'd had a blog on WordPress before and it just was super complicated, but this was like years ago, so maybe they've made updates. But anyway, so this is something that I want to look into this week. This is something I can do while I'm watching my grandson, like while he is playing, or you know, whatever. He does have time where he's like playing with his toys or really into, I'll usually turn on like Miss Rachel for an hour. So if he's watching that, then this is something I can just do like on my phone if I have the time, or like during his nap, I can do that or send out emails or whatever. So I usually check this in the morning and add things as the week goes on into my dailies. I had a sticker left over, so I just put it here. I do have, oh, and then I keep my mild liners that I use for that in this little case, just so they don't get mixed up with my other ones. I did find some other tasks that I need to do. So I need to email attorney. for some like insurance stuff. And then I need to update. This is on the monthly though. So I have this down, I have this down, I have this down. This needs to be like updated on my monthly, so I will stick that here and do that when I need to. I need Rowan to write and send a thank you note. I want to make sure that I put that down. I want to remind myself that I am tracking meals. And I think that is the only other thing that I have added. Yeah. And then the last thing that I do, and I promise this doesn't like take a long time, is to set up my pages in my B6. So I am using this as more like a creative kind of journal slash memory keeper slash whatever. And so what I typically do is I will go in and set the pages up at the beginning of the week and then fill them out like every couple of days. So I'm going to also do that off camera. This usually takes me about 10 minutes. Well, actually it takes me a little bit longer, I will say, because I have been stamping the dates, which is a little bit like time consuming. So yeah, let's, and I generally just split the page down the middle. I know this is the layout for the Take a Note planner, which I really almost bought this year, but I didn't. And I had the like exact count, but I typically just eyeball it. So this is Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and this is Saturday and Sunday. What am I doing? Okay, no, this is This is the part that's ridiculously time consuming, but I really like the way that it looks. So we're just gonna speed you up so you don't have to see me be on the struggle bus with these stamps. There we go. I have been using just like a blue color palette, which I really like. So I'm going to continue that for this month, let me go ahead and put in the dates. And here we have it, the week set up in like my creative memory keeping journal slash planner situation. The week in my like on the go system if I need it, which I have a lot of things out of the house this week, so definitely need this. And then in my main planning system, so I have my week, all of my appointments, to-dos, whatnot, my cleaning tracker is set up, and then my daily pages are all ready to go. And then my goals for the week, I also have like my like YouTube calendar. I don't want to show you the one from this week, but it basically looks like this. I set those up like a couple weeks at a time so that I can try to get some like batch content things going. But there are all 4 of my planners, and how I use them and set things up for the week. I hope that you enjoyed this video. If you are still here, if you made it through the entire video, I really appreciate you hanging out with me. And if you want to see more videos, don't forget to subscribe, turn on your notifications, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!